Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to a brand new video. This is your preview for the Arsenal vs Leeds United game and probably our first big test of the season after winning last week against Everton in a game where we were versing an Everton team that aren't fully strength in the way they're not built for the Premier League. They're not built their entire team yet. Don't get me wrong, good performance and good win, but this will be a way bigger test coming up against Arsenal, who are going to be probably going to beat us. Let's be real. They probably are going to beat us, but we're going to hopefully give them a game and actually give them a contest. Now, we normally start with the head-to-head in the last 6 games we played against them. So the last 6 times we have played against them, we've lost every single one of them, losing 4-1 to Arsenal, 1-0, 2-1, 4-1, 2-0, 4-2. So in the last 6 games, they've got a 100% win rate, scoring 17 goals in that time, and us only scoring 5. So they've scored a lot more goals than us, basically, over double digits more than us. And going into this game, I'm not confident. Let's be real. None of us are going to be confident going into this game. But if we can give them a fight and be in the game, we got to take the game as periods, in my opinion. The first 20 to 25 minutes, you take as one section. Then you go to half time. And if we're still drawing 0-0 at half time, that's a massive positive. If we can stay tight for as long as possible and try and quieten that atmosphere, trying to quieten the Emirates, it will be massive as we can keep doing that, you know. And even if we score, say we score in like an early goal or at any point in the game we score the opening goal and we go 1-0 up, that will silence the Emirates. That will silence the Emirates and could give us a chance to, even if we go, I know I'm saying we're going to go, if we go 1-0 up, but get a draw, because I feel like they will score in this game. I can't see us keeping a clean sheet, even though I'm very impressed and very I like our defense and I like our midfield, even though the news that we heard today in the press conference of Ethan Ampadu being out injured. So yeah, Ethan Ampadu is out injured and won't be available for this game. Let's go through the Arsenal team, and I wonder how they're going to line up. I think they're going to line up with Raya in goal, of course, Timber at right back, Saliba and Gabriel, who, oh my god, them two as defenders, I don't know who's going to be able to. I don't think Pirro should start, by the way. I'm going to say this earlier. I don't think Pirro should start because I think Gabriel and Saliba will absolutely he won't be able to be in the game, in my opinion, at all. He did well last week against Everton. He actually did well, but this game is not the game for Pirro, and I think he'll go missing. He'll go missing in this game if we do play Pirro up front. And then at left back, I think they're going to keep Calafiori there just because, you know, he scored a goal, looked good, clean sheet. I think he keeps his left back spot for this game. You got the midfield, so probably Rice and Zubimendi you have in there. And then you're going to have the 3 in front, which Eze going to Arsenal, I don't think he plays this game. I don't think Eze actually plays this game at all. He might be on the bench. He might be on the bench for this game. But I think, you know, you're looking at the front line, you're looking at what? Saka, Odegaard, and Martinelli. You say that, right? But it has come out that in training, they had an open training session, basically, and Saka was on the left. Saka was training on the left. So could that mean that Saka's going to play on the left for this game because he didn't want to come against the GOAT in Gabriel Goodmanson, maybe? And if Saka does play on the left, you know, that means Madueke will play on the right, because apparently they switched in training and Saka was playing on the left and Madueke was on the right. So maybe that could mean that Arteta wants to play Madueke but wants to play him on the right, so he's moving Saka to the left. So Saka could play left wing for this game against us if that's the lineup they go with Madueke and Saka as the 2 wingers. The lineup will probably look like Madueke on the right and Saka on the left. But if they do go with the Martinelli Saka, it'll be just Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left. Not very scared of Martinelli. Maybe that's famous last word saying that when he scores against us, but he hasn't been good for a while. He hasn't had a really good performance in a while. Up front, they probably go with Gyökeres. I think Gyökeres plays. Havertz is injured now, so he's their only option anyway. So yeah, Gyökeres will start up top, and we'll see how our defense can deal against him. How I think we're going to line up, I think we're going to have Perry and goal, of course. I think we're going to have Bogle at right back. I do think Strauch stays in because I think Strauch was good against Everton. I don't think he should be dropped for this game. I don't think Biol should come in for this game. Nothing on Biol, just Strauch was a very good performance from Strauch. I think he was better than Rodon in that game. So I don't think he should lose his spot for this game. I think he should keep it against Arsenal. Unless Fark goes with the back 3. Fark might go with a back 5. Who knows? We might go out for a back 5 and play all 3 centre-backs. Play Strauch, Biol and Rodon. But I'm going off the basis of we're going to stay in the 4-3-3 formation. I think it's going to be Strauch, Rodon, Goodmanson. Your midfield 3, of course, you're going to have Stack on the right of the 3, Tanaka Tanaka on the left of the three, and the middle has to change because we've got Ampadu, who is injured now until after the international break. I think Gruev goes in there and Gruev will start in the middle. You could say Longstaff starts on the right and then you move Stack into the middle. That's another option, but I do think we're going to go with Gruev, and I think Gruev was really good in preseason. Firstly, he had a really good preseason, in my opinion, a man-to-match performance against Man United, and the other games he played well. He came off the bench and had a good performance against Everton, so I do feel like Farke also said in his press conference, talked about how good Gruev actually has been. So I think Farke's going to back Gruev and play Gruev where Ampadu normally is. So he's going to play Gruev as the 6, and then you're going to have Stack and Tanaka as the 2/8s. I think that's how we're going to play it. Then, of course, you're going to have the wingers. I think we're going to go with Dan James, because in a game where we're going to be very defensive and we're going to need to get him on the counter, basically, I think Dan James is going to be that outlet. Dan James is going to be the outlet for Leeds United in this game, and I think we're going to use him on the right. You're going to have on the left now, I generally think he might go with Harrison because of his defensive ability and how good Harrison actually is tracking back and helping in, 2-on-1 situations, especially if they're going to have to verse Saka, especially if Saka is playing on the right. You want Jack Harrison on the left wing to track back with Goodmanson, and I think he's a better option to do that than what Nonto is. So I could see Harrison starting on the left, and if it was up to me, I would start Harrison on the left. I know everyone's going to go and there's going to be an outroar on Twitter if the lineup comes out and Harrison starting, but I think Harrison starting is actually a good option. I would like to see it happen. I'd like to see Harrison start on the left. Okafor, I don't think starts this game. I just said Harrison. I don't think Okafor starts. I think he's on the bench and he gets involved at some point in the game and we bring him on at some point in the game, but I think we're going to have Harrison on the left. So I think we should start Harrison on the left because I think he's a better option with how far back and how defensive we're going to be. And then up front, I would play Lucas Mecha. I think Mecha up front will be the best option because for me, Piro's not the kind of player who's going to, hold his man off, use his strength, bring the ball down if a ball comes from over the top, like we just hit it away up the top. He's not the type of player that's going to bring the ball in, where Mech is that type of player who can hold off his man. It's Gabriel and Saliba, so he's going to have a very tough job, whoever is up front, but I think Mecha is better at that than Piro. So I would play Mecha up top, and it'll basically be him trying to win the ball if the ball comes flying over the top, because we're going to be hitting a lot of the balls just long over the top, trying to get it out of there because we're going to be defending a lot. If he can bring the ball down, Saliba, Gabriel, he's holding them off, and that's where he uses Dan James as basically an outlet on the right side when Dan James goes flying down the wing and try and find him in space down the wing. I think that's the plan we're going to go with. If I'm going to have to go with a score prediction for this game, I think we lose this game 3-1. I'm going to say we lose 3-1, but it's going to be one of those 3-1s. I think I can generally see us scoring at some point in this game. I think they go 2-0 up, and then we're going to get one back, and there's going to be like belief in the team, and then they're going to score like a 88th, a very late goal that just seals the game and makes it so we can't win it. But yeah, I do think it's going to be a close game. I do think we're going to be in it for most of it, and I'm hoping we can show the fight and just show that we've got the ability and we've got the team. And even like you're looking at this with Gruev coming in most likely, or Longstaff, we've got the depth as well, and then you look at the left side, you've got Harrison, Nonto, Okafor. You can look at the right and you only got Dan James. Maybe Nonto can play on the right as well, but we do need another right winger. We really do. We need someone that can be there because we've got Aronson, who I think has been okay on the right, but it'd be nice to have 3 options on both sides basically, which I think was what we're going to go with. But it's good to have options in the midfield, and with Ampadu being injured, it's so good, isn't it, to have options. Gruev can just go in there, and I think Gruev's going to play well, and I think he'll be good. I think he's good enough to just do that because of how good he was in preseason. And as I said, he came on against Everton, and I think he had a good performance. So I'm happy with Gruev playing there. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know your starting 11, and make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.